Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at seductionpower.com. Okay, so what you're going to learn today is going to be the opposite of the way that you think. Essentially, my course teaches you how to see it from the other perspective and then begin to do it from the other's perspective. And what this does is it gives you your power back. So here's what's going on. The way that men think, it makes you vulnerable and extremely easy to be manipulated. And the sad part about it is the way that you literally think, you think that's the way to go. The problem is that's literally the wrong direction. We've got to turn you around. Okay, I'm going to show this to you to prove it to you. Okay, so listen up. So a lot of men will come to me, and one of the first things they'll say, if it's not within the first hour, it's usually within the first day of the training or the second day. And eventually what they're going to say to me is like, well, what do I do to make her like me? Now, what I'm going to say is going to shock you. You don't. Now, there is a real answer to this, but here's the deal. The male brain is the external brain. It thinks out. It's like I'm pointing to my forehead. Now I'm going outside of my body, outside of my forehead to the external world, outside of my body. That's what the external world means. So the left brain is the linear external brain. It's about going outside of your body. And that's why men think of what do I do to her? To get her, as in grab her and pull her back to like me. We don't grab, we don't control, and here's the interesting thing. We don't go external. That's the mistake that men have been making. This part of your brain, the way that you use, not only does it not work, it causes you to get stuck and to not get what you want. We have to turn this around literally. See, the external brain is always looking outside of itself for the rules. Like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? What's the right thing to say to her? They always say, well, Mike, what's the right thing to say to her? And this way of thinking completely screws you up, and it makes you very easy to manipulate and to control. And women are highly aware of it because they're using the internal brain and they can see the external brain. When you're in the external brain, you can't see the external brain or the internal brain. You're literally blind. This is what Jesus meant. And I'm not getting religious on you, but this is literally what Jesus meant when he said you have eyes and yet you cannot see. Now, remember what I just said over the last 25-30 seconds and listen to what these two clients had said in these interviews. So I'm leading up to something. I'm putting the pieces together so you can realize there's a different shift that happens when you take my course. And you finally find your power when it comes to dating, relationships, and life. Now, there's another interview I'm going to edit. His name is Carl, and he talks about how just by reading my book, Crack the Female Code, not only did it open up his ability to talk to women, it also affected his business life, the way he interacts with people, and also his social life. All right, now listen to what Adam has to say here. And I was like, have some faith.
You did.
We're putting now. By the time last night, you literally said, "This is what."
This is genius.
Yes. So now is it like you're seeing the light, like the light bulb went on?
I'm just seeing things completely differently in terms of language.
Say a little bit louder.
In terms of language, the way that I feel internally, the way I approach, because a lot of it's about the internal state, the way you feel inside,
right,
to communicate on the outside,
right,
which I think is revolutionary.
We're in. Okay, so here's what I mean. So number one, because you're external, you think in terms of what do I do to that person or that thing over there outside of me? So Mike, what do I do to make her control? Which, by the way, the left brain is the control brain. So that's why men think this way. And we think it's normal, whereas women are like, dude, stop being so controlling. And you're thinking, what are you talking about? Because this is your actual normal state of being when you're in your left brain. The problem with the modern male is he's stuck there. He's completely forgot what it's like to be in the right brain. A lot of men that are born, you probably lose this ability probably by the time you're 8 or 9 years old because of computers and technology and stuff. The modern male is the most manipulated being on the planet, period, end of sentence. We have to snap you out of this. Here's the funny thing. When you do snap out of it, women are going to be all over you. So Adam's talking about internal states and how it makes him feel better. When you learn and develop these internal awareness techniques that'll teach you and work with you and condition into you, you will start to feel emotionally better. You're just going to feel better. So all of a sudden talking to women is no big deal because you're feeling better. And here's what happens. Now I'm about to take the 180-degree turn right here. Now here's what happens. Number one, you feel better emotionally. Your energy, your body, your emotions, you just feel better. And guess what? Not only do you feel comfortable talking to her, but now that you feel comfortable, it causes her to feel comfortable and feel better inside emotionally talking to you. Now she enjoys talking to you because it physically feels good emotionally. Because your emotions, your body feels good. That's the way it works. Now I'm going to explain this a little bit clearer. So the male brain, it's very natural for men to think, okay, what am I going to do to make her like me? Oh yeah, that's another thing. Men will say, well, what do I do to her to make her like me? Okay. And so that's the way we think. Well, what do I do to her to make her like me? You don't do anything to her. Now this video is going to take a huge 180-degree turn. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm putting the pieces together. It's really hard for the male brain to understand this until you physically do it. So I'm breaking this down to where you can be like, okay. So in the last piece I said, guys like, what do I do to make her like me? And I say you don't. See, this is where guys go, okay, I'm going to buy her roses. I'm going to get a haircut. I'm going to pay for dinner. I'm going to do these things to get her to like me. No, it's wrong. It's a train wreck. Don't stop. Just stop. Don't do that. That's external male thinking. The food is on the outside. The restaurant's on the outside of your body. Flowers on the outside of your body. She needs something for you to do inside you that will affect her emotionally. And this is where the pickup artist courses completely screw up. It's all external. It's all left brain. This does not trigger her mating system. It's not what you do to her to get her to like you. It's what you do to you that makes you like you. And that makes her like you. That's the way it works. And that's a third core piece of my training. How to do this. Now, re-listen to a couple short clips of what Adam says.
Not even close. Because you've just got lines and stuff. Well, this is actually a way of formulating language.
Right. Would you say that go ahead, I'm sorry.
And internal states, where if I switch a state on and I put language together,
right,
then it makes me a seductive machine.
Yeah, it makes it a lot faster and easier. So
now here's the deal. There's another piece I want you to listen to, and then I'm going to explain it. But what Adam's saying is very true. When you shift to the other side and see the world from the other perspective, all of a sudden everything falls into place. Everything starts to make sense. And shifting this internal way of being draws women to you. So suddenly you're not doing anything to them. See, here's the deal. There is zero manipulation in this course. You don't do anything to anybody. Nobody likes that. That's creepy shit. So suddenly you're this guy that feels good about himself and you walk around feeling good, and people want to be around that. So in the internal awareness course, I teach you how to do this. I'm telling you, it's a very foreign thing to the male brain.
This is genius.
Yes. So now is it like you're seeing the light, like the light bulb went on?
I'm just seeing things completely differently in terms of language.
Say a little bit louder.
In terms of language, the way that I feel internally, the way I approach, because a lot of it's about the internal state, the way you feel inside,
right,
to communicate on the outside,
right,
which I think is revolutionary.
There, got it. Now I've got another client, David, who says something similar. So here's the deal. The way the male external brain thinks just completely screws things up in relationships, because here's the deal. The right brain is the relationship brain. It's the romance brain. It's the dating brain. It's the social brain. You're in the wrong brain. I promise you, when you open up to the other side, you're going to look at the world from a completely, radically different perspective. And I promise you this, you're going to have hundreds, I don't mean dozens, hundreds of aha moments of, oh my God, no wonder what I was doing wrong. You're going to see it. It's going to be clear as day.
Just one thing, he said something as he was walking out the door last time that I thought, oh, I got to get that on video. So basically, what did you say when you were walking out the door about my course?
It was, I think I said it was unbelievable. It was the most unique course I've ever taken, and I'd never expected to learn so much over the course of 2 days.
Right.
And I think why I was so shocked was mainly because it brought mind, body, and spirit all together. And
Right.
in classes I'm used to taking, it's science or math or everything's in your mind. You're in one part of your brain and you don't necessarily get out of that.
Right,
Whereas
definitely.
What did he just say? You're in one part of your mind and you don't get out of it. And that's how you've been brainwashed. You were born using your left brain, but life used to force men to develop their right brain. But because we don't have to hunt anymore and do all that stuff, we just go to the grocery store, we exchange money. We don't use our right brain anymore. And this is a major turnoff because the female mating system's connected to her right brain. Men are trying to use logic for everything. Hey, it's really good for math, business, and science. But when it comes to understanding women, loving women, turning women on, seducing women, it's a death killer. It does not work. So if you feel lost, confused, frustrated, and completely powerless when it comes to women, that's why. I promise you, this course will put you back into your power, where it will draw women to you. Because other men, they don't do this. You're going to be the only guy who's doing this. You're going to beat out the competition with hardly even trying.
In some of the exercises, you could feel and notice your body start to calm down and kind of just get out of your mind, I guess.
Okay, talk about that a little bit, about getting out of your mind.
Yeah, I think often part of it for me was at the beginning. It's like filtering myself. I think I'm in my head and almost trying to say what I think someone else wants to hear. Whereas after a few sessions, it was like I got to know what I want.
That's wise. So that's a big part of what this course is about, is coming from your body, coming from yourself. You do that now, women are like, oh, now I can get to know you. Was that a big lesson last time?
Totally. Yeah, I think learning about the internal awareness, and even just walking around, I can feel it, that whether I'm on a bus or on the way somewhere, I can feel that I'm not so stressed. So whether it's tapping or like I'm able to slow down my breathing, you can see how people react when you're calm and you know who you are and you're present.
Right.
And noticing that just in the past week was it's just unbelievably powerful.
Number one, this literally unlocks attraction. This is attraction to women. It's like a magnet. And I'm going to explain more in depth in a little bit, so hold on. Number two, wait, what word did he just use? He said present as in presence. Now you hear this a lot from the Stoic videos, but they don't have a clue what the hell they're talking about. See, when you hear you got to offer her your presence, you don't even know what that means. Because you go into your external brain and you go external, which means you disconnected from your presence, which is your power. You just disconnected from your power. See, the left brain is the external brain. This is where you give up your power. It's literally you're looking to other people. Tell me what to say. Tell me what to believe. Tell me what to think. This is why a lot of people have to be in groups. They have to think with each other. What do you think? Well, what are we allowed to do? What's the rules? And so the left brain literally looks for rules. The left brain literally is called the business science brain, okay? It's the business math science brain, and it's also the rules, organization, and structure brain. It filters everything through rules, structure, and external organization. So it's looking external for for being told what to do. This is not a leader. This is a follower. Women are not attracted to left brain males. Sadly, more than 85% of men are external. The worst part is you are highly attracted to external courses such as pickup artist courses because your left brain goes, oh, this makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of structure. They use left brain languaging such as sarging women and the pickup lines. That literally is a left brain phrase. The word pickup and the word line, L-I-N-E, is the linear left brain. L-I-N-E-A-R, linear. You love those words. Get to the point. Step 1, step 2, step 3. That's organization. That's structure. That's rules. All of this turns women off. So if you took pickup artist courses and they didn't work, well, now you know why. Now here's the deal. There's also something called external left brain body language, which turns women off even more, such as pointing your finger at someone. Now here's the deal. There's internal body language, which I've trained myself to do unconsciously. I do it all the time. I don't even know I'm doing it. I'm doing it while I'm talking to you right now. Now I'm going to show you that clip again, and I want you to watch my hand and what I'm doing. I'm bringing it to my chest, inside me. This is showing her that you're thinking for yourself. Now, if you're faking it, I'm in my brain. What am I supposed to do? Let me point my finger to my chest. No, you're still external, and she's going to hear it in your voice. Can you tell my voice begins to change and becomes more logical? Very narrow? So she'll see it when you fake it. You have to learn to genuinely do it. Now look at this. Converse in the hidden female language. It's not hidden from women. It's hidden from your left brain. From you. Now watch this clip, and then after that I'm going to give the final piece. And that's the most important piece. This will bring it all together. Pay attention to my body language. Okay, this is what body language is. Pay attention to the way my hands, I use them.
That's why. So that's a big part of what this course is about, is coming from your body, coming from yourself. You do that now, women are like, oh, now I can get to know you.
Now, I did not point linear point. I didn't close my fist and point my finger at my chest because that's narrow. You want to expand. If you notice, my hands were soft and relaxed and they were open, and I was bringing like an open hand towards my chest. The right brain is the expansive brain. This is romantic. It's softer. It's open. Women love openness. They love open energy, open language, open body language. Also notice towards the end of that clip how I kind of held my hands open apart from each other, almost like I was holding a thought or holding like a baby or just holding something softly. Watch again.
That's why. So that's a big part of what this course is about, is coming from your body, coming from yourself. You do that now, women are like, oh, now I can get to know you.
Here's the deal. You think softer means weak? No, this is what gives you social power. You look at a lot of head football coaches that are 55, 60, 65 years old in the NFL. They use this body language with their hands open like that. Now, are they doing it consciously? No. You just begin to develop this as you begin to develop your right brain. The people that become leaders are right brain people because those people have to be able to put the pieces together. That is a right brain function. The right brain's really good at looking at all the pieces of the puzzle and putting them, connecting them together. That's a right brain function. That's why those people become the captains and the generals and the head football coaches and on and on. The greater abstraction, which is right brain processing, the greater the higher levels that you go in life, the greater you get paid. If you're stuck on the details and you can only focus on one piece of the puzzle, you can't connect anything. So a head football coach, if you can't see the pieces of the offense and the defense and the quarterback and the running backs and the line, if you can't see how these pieces function together, you're going to suck as a coach. So if you're really good at what you do and you can't figure out why other guys keep going up the ladder and passing you by, it's because you're not developing abstraction. This is power in business, relationships, dating, and social life. This is called social power. And the thing is, if you don't have social power, you're going to feel helpless. You're going to feel like no matter what I do, I just can't get ahead in life. Well, now you know why. It's not about either left or right. It's about both. It's about left and right. A computer doesn't use either the visual processor or the auditory processor in the computer. No, it uses both. It uses everything. That's power. If you disconnect your left from your right brain, you're divided and now you're powerless.
Was that a big lesson last time?
Totally. Yeah, I think learning about the internal awareness and even just walking around, I can feel it, that whether I'm on a bus or on the way somewhere, I can feel that I'm not so stressed. So whether it's tapping or like I'm able to slow down my breathing, you can see how people react when you're calm and you know who you are and you're present.
Right.
And noticing that just in the past week was it's just unbelievably powerful.
So this is what we call real confidence. What men try to do is confidence is linear, external, logical. That's not you're literally showing your weakness, and the more you express it, the weaker you appear to people, men and women. Here's the funny thing. Confidence isn't trying hard and being like flexing your muscles and being like focused. Confidence is when you feel really, really comfortable with yourself. If you feel like you have to let other people know how confident you are and express it and say, look at me, I'm confident, you're literally telling people you're unbelievably insecure. By the way, the right brain is the the left brain is the insecure brain. The right brain is when you are secure because you're comfortable with yourself. Your right brain is the self that everyone keeps talking about. So when women say, hey, just be yourself, that's your right brain. Your logic is disconnected from your body. It's disconnected from yourself. Now, here's the deal. So Stoicism talks about you got to offer her your presence. What does that mean? How do I do that? Well, number one, it's the internal awareness techniques that I teach you and I'll condition into you during the course. It takes work, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not, in the beginning, it's weird, it's awkward. It's like, wait, what do you want me to do? And you're going to keep trying to do it from the external brain, so we got to shift you over. It is a challenge. Let's just say that at the beginning, but eventually, once you get it, you're going to be like, oh, this is cool. Here's the deal, and this is what David and Adam are talking about. It's like this internal thing. You just feel good. You feel comfortable. It's powerful. See, the male energy is about the laser beam concentrated energy, and it feels powerful. It's like you have the foot on the brake in the car, and you're not going anywhere, but with the other foot, you're revving on the edge. Vroom, vroom, vroom. But you're not going anywhere. And this is why after years and years of doing it, you're like, well, how come I'm not getting anywhere? Why is everyone passing by me? Take your foot off the brake. And that's what the series of techniques that I teach you how to do, is to let go and to put on the gas and to move. Here's the deal. Everyone can see that you have the brakes on. Everyone. I mean everyone. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brothers, your neighbors, your girlfriends, your not girlfriends, the women you like, the women who don't like you. Everybody can see it but you. When you open up, you're going to be like, oh my God, I was bullshitting everyone. Like, yep, you sure were. So David and Adam had emphasized a couple times how when you do this internal awareness, you just feel comfortable and it's powerful because people react differently. People open up to you. People want to engage with you. People want to do things that you want to do. It shifts everything. It is a power shift. Without controlling anyone, without making her like me. See, that turns women off. That makes women want to run. It makes people want to run. People don't like being controlled. People don't like being manipulated. I am telling you, 2025, it is over. The slavery days, they're done. But when you open up to yourself and you connect with yourself, people want to be with you. They willingly want to join you and go in the direction that you're going in. That's leadership. Self, and I'm pointing to myself again, self pointing to my body, that's called self-internal leadership. That's what women mean when I'm looking for a man who's a leader. If you're trying to externally control other people and tell them what to do, that's not leadership because you're not leading yourself. When you lead yourself, other people will follow. Get it now? So what men try to do is they try to buy women's affection and love, and when it doesn't work, they're like, oh, women this and women that. Rawr. Well, you're doing external stuff. You're literally trying to barter with her. It's like you look at relationships as, well, I'm going to pay this money for dinner, drinks, for a gift, for presents, for flowers, for a car, for a diamond ring, and in exchange, she's going to give me sex. That's called prostitution. And women hate it. They see it a mile away. You're the only one who doesn't see it because you're lying to yourself. The worst part is you don't know any other way, so you get really frustrated, especially right now in 2025. Women don't need your money, and that's the thing. If you're still playing the game, even if you're worth $10 million or $100 million and she only makes $20 an hour at a job, it doesn't matter. Because she doesn't need your money. She wants emotions. She wants someone who's internal. And this is what makes a man have presence. And again, I teach this in the course. If you want to do one-on-one coaching, I can charge you like a per session fee. And we can work on the internal awareness techniques alone if you want to do that. Here's how life works. It's not external, it's internal. When you love yourself, other people love you. When you don't love yourself, other people don't love you. When you are good to yourself, other people are good to you. When you give to yourself, other people give to you. You've been doing everything in reverse, backwards, externally. And it doesn't work, and you know it. You just didn't know what else to do. When you truly learn the internal awareness techniques, you learn to connect with yourself. When you connect with you, she wants to connect with you. Do you get it? When you respect you, she respects you. Now you're thinking, what do you mean? See, you've heard people say, you got to respect yourself, but never told you how. Internal awareness. That's internal respect. But when you go externally, like you're trying to do something to earn people's, worthiness and earn their approval and earn their respect, that's external. That's external respect. It's not respect. When you want people to value you, you try to do something to make them like you. It doesn't work that way. I'm telling you, the minute you value yourself, everyone around you starts to value you. And if someone doesn't, you don't care because you value you. This is all internal right brain stuff. I mean, how many times have you heard someone say, you got to have self-respect? Wait, what did they say? Self. That's internal. But how many times have you heard that? And they keep saying it to you. Because you go, externally, let me think. No. See, here's the problem. People are telling you what it is, but number one, they don't tell you how to do it. And number two, worst of all, you're hearing it through the external brain. So you go, must be some external thing. Got to work harder. Got to make more money. I've got to have a nicer car. I've got to do more things for my friends. I've got to do more things for my girlfriend. I've got to make her happy. No, okay, watch this. If you want to make her happy, make yourself happy. When you're happy inside, she's happy. The people around you will be happy. And I'm going to give you a real example of what I mean. When I was a kid, my mom used to make me and my brother Gary, when we were little kids, like 4 and 5 years old, crack walnuts open. She'd lay down like a towel or something, and we'd have to crack them and then pull out the inside and put it in a bowl and separate the shell from the good part. And we would always do it at nighttime after dinner. So it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. It was winter. It was cold. Our garage didn't have a heater. It had a draft, under both doors, the side door and the garage door. And it was just cold. And I remember our fingers used to hurt. Well, we used to have a water heater that was on the right side, the back side of the garage. But it didn't work well, so my dad had them not replace it. They left the old one for some reason. They said, fuck it, we're just going to leave it. And on the other side, on the left side, they put a new water heater, and it was on. So that one was hot. That one emanated heat and warmth. The other one was cold. So if I walked over to the cold one, what am I going to feel? I'm going to feel coldness from it, which means you. If I go to the other one, it's warm. I'm going to feel the warmth from it. So here's the deal. The hot water heater doesn't have to make me warm. It doesn't have to step outside of its area and walk over to Mike and say, hey, let me build you a fire so you can be warm. I'm going to make you warm. I'm going to make you like me. By doing this to you, this is going to make you like me. Roses, flowers, building her a fire to make her warm. External. So you build her a fire, and now she feels good, and she doesn't need you. And on top of it, you're cold. You're the cold water heater. You're like, but Mike, I want to make her warm. Don't you realize that if you make yourself warm, that she's going to want to be around you? If you build her a fire, give her a blanket, make a cave for her, she doesn't need you because the cave, the fire, the blanket is what's keeping her warm, not you. And now you're all pissed off and you say, look what, now listen closely, this is external language. Look what I did for, which means external, for her. And I'm pointing over there at her. She has a blanket, she's got a fire, and she's got a nice cozy cave. Yeah, those things are keeping her warm, not you. That's why she wants to be with and around those things, not you. Are you starting to get it now? Yeah. Now there's Tom over there. He's nice and hot and warm and toasty on the inside. He's just emanating this heat, and women walk over to Tom and you can't figure out, but I bought her a Ferrari. I bought her a dozen roses. I paid for a $300 dinner. I paid for us to get into this concert. The tickets were $600 each. I paid all this stuff. And now you're mad and angry and pissed off because she doesn't like you. I wonder why. See, the goal isn't to get you to do things for her. The goal is for you to get you to do things for you. When you do things for you, other people do things for you. She'll do other things for you. This is the way life works. Period. So let's say you don't love yourself, you have self-hate and self-judgment, and you're always thinking bad of yourself. Rawr, rawr, rawr. So when she comes around that energy, what is she going to feel around that water heater? She's going to feel judgment, self-hate. She's going to feel this anger, this negative, toxic energy. So when she comes around you, that's what she's going to fucking feel. That's why you have to have self-love. You've got to start speaking well of yourself. You've got to start thinking well of yourself. Now here's the other thing, that the way this works. When you think well of yourself, you start thinking well of others, and people like that. When you're toxic, they come around you and they feel that toxicity and they don't like it and they leave. The left brain is the black or white brain. It's boring. It's boring. It's cold. The right brain is about all the five senses: see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. They like flavors and spices and ice cream and chocolate. They like to feel warm and cozy. They like to feel. They like to hear beautiful sounds and wonderful music where you're just, I am Mr. Analytical. I am logical. I am like a fucking cold metal robot. Why does not she like me? What is wrong? Stop being a robot. Learn how to connect with yourself. I mean, right there. You connect with yourself. She wants to. Here's the deal. When you're in your head and not connected to yourself, even if she wants to connect with you, she can't, because she can't connect with something that's not there. If you're not connected to you, she can't connect with you. And this is the biggest frustration for women. This is why women get pissed. You want people to admire you, to respect you? Well, you got to admire yourself. You got to respect yourself. You've got to start thinking well of yourself. Guess what? The internal awareness techniques teach you how to do all of this. This is a game changer. Period. End of sentence. You want women to be attracted to you? Fall in love with yourself. Find yourself attractive. I am telling you, if you don't find yourself attractive, nobody else will. Trust me. Why do you think you're attracted to some women? Because they're attracted to themselves. They feel sensual. They rub their legs and their body. They feel sensual and sexual. And you're like, man, I want to feel that. I want to be over by that nice, warm, sensual feeling, by that nice water heater that feels warm and sensual. Do you get it now? Get started right now. Step 1, read my book, Crack the Female Code. Buy my book, or better yet, get the package. Right now, the package is only $5 more, the golden package. It has my main book, Crack the Female Code, which is life-changing. It will change your life, I promise you. I don't think so. I know it will. It also has Get the Girl, Keep the Girl, which focuses on the internal awareness stuff that I'm talking about. It then has the bonus package, which gives you a little hint. It introduces you to the hidden female language. If you really want to take a real step, buy my Broken to Bulletproof Ultimate System. You get all my books, Crack the Female Code, Get the Girl, Keep the Girl, And you also get sex signals and women's hidden body language. And you also get the bonus section, which I mentioned in the last one, which introduces you to the hidden female language. Along with that, you get a 1-hour consultation with me. If we go over by half an hour, no big deal. That alone is worth $250. So the package combined, I think it's $360. It's on sale right now for $95. It will change your life. So the rest of this month, September and August, it is on sale, and we are also including, here's the special, after you finish reading at least the book Cracked Female Code, we can do our one-on-one coaching session over the phone or in person if you live nearby. What I'm also offering you is 2 more sessions for $70 each. The normal price is $250 per session. Then after that, you take the one-on-one coaching course. If you want a deal, just ask for a deal. We'll work it out. Not for the packages. I've already got them discounted. But for the coaching, the actual coaching session, it's a 6-day training. If you truly want to unlock attraction and attract women to you, we have the technology, we have the techniques, we understand how to do it now. This is not a pickup artist course traditionally. This is the anti-pickup artist course. It's a lot better, it's a lot faster, and it's a lot more powerful. Go to seductionpowered.com. Alright guys, click subscribe, click the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.